Hello everyone, George Watkins. I'm still in Singapore. We've got another service tonight. We spent today speaking to two special people in town that have influence. I told you this morning as I was opening up our video that God sent us to Singapore for specific people. However, tonight we're going to meet with a gathering of leaders in a church setting, not a church leaders, and we'll minister to them for a couple hours, and then we jump on the plane for places unknown. I forget the name. Malaysia. Thank you. I want to talk just a little bit to Carol. Come on, get close to me, Carol. I want to talk a little bit to Carol. And she's one of our teammates. She's from the Longview area, out of Jeff McCracken's School of Supernatural Ministry. And God's put her on this team today. One of the things about teams is everybody has a unique and special gift. So what we're learning to do is blend together and give our gift. And it's amazing, Carol, isn't it, how it comes at the right time, and as we all share, whatever we have fits right in with the rest of them.
That's true.
So I'm doing all the talking so far. I wanted Carol just to share some of the experiences or something that spoke to her, and maybe tell us why you came on this trip, Carol.
Well, I came on this trip because I had always desired to be able to travel on a missions trip and to minister to others in other parts of the world. So this opportunity came up from the school that I attended, and I'm very excited to be here. I was excited when we went to the Philippines. There was a lady there who we got to pray to for a lot of people in the Philippines. And this one lady, she wanted healing for her shoulder. And so I prayed for her shoulder. And as I prayed for her, I asked her if she would move her arm, and she could only move it up just a little ways. And then, so I prayed again for her, and she was able to get it up even higher. And then as I prayed the third time, she was able to move her arm up and around and in a circle. And she was excited that God had healed her. That was a true blessing for me to have the Lord work that way. The other thing that I was able to pray for was a lady who, Pastor Jeff was teaching on how to see things in the prophetic, and so he had us taught us how to visualize and how to see in the prophetic. And this lady, she saw for the first time a red screen, and she saw this over me, and then the light had pushed the red to a brighter and brighter and brighter red, and then I was able to bless her as well and give her what I saw. And the next night when we came together, her daughters were there that evening, and they were so excited because they were experiencing something that the excitement that their mother had been feeling and had received the night before. So that was a real blessing. The thing that I noticed when praying was that a lot of the people began to cry, and they wept and they wept and they wept, and almost everyone I prayed with were weeping and crying, except for maybe two. And I was really impressed that God was doing a deep work in many of their hearts. I may never know what happened. I may never know the extent of what God was doing in their heart, but I knew God was doing something because of the tears that they were shedding. And so that was a real blessing to me. And here in Singapore, like Dr. George has explained, we will be doing something this evening, and so I'm excited for that too.
So tonight there's 8 of us. After a short worship and a short teaching, we're going to stand around in the spots of the room, and each of us are going to have people come to us, and we'll all share that prophetic word, won't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exciting these are all different countries, so the cultures are a little different in each one. So the experience that we have has been different in each one as well.
So let me ask you, Carol, when this trip was announced, how did you know you should come on it?
I had a check in my heart because I'd always wanted to go on a mission trip, and I sent my daughters on mission trips, and I was able to help them earn their way to go on a mission trip. And what I wrote in my letters to people was, I want to follow in my children's footsteps
That's good.
and be able to go and
That's
do the
good.
things that they did.
Wow. So, did you have a time when you were doubting, maybe fearful to come?
I think maybe I doubted. I wasn't fearful or afraid, but I may have doubted whether I would have the ability to be able to do what God has asked me to do. And I don't have to do that.
No.
My God is a great God, and He does the work, and I don't. So when I got over that, and I realized that He was going before me, and then I realized, hey, what do I have anything to be, worried about?
So in Taipei, we had times when we ministered to people because the team stands in front after Pastor Jeff, Apostle Jeff, as we know him in this setting, because he certainly is an apostle. The people came forward. Now, you had some prayer times there also.
Yes, we did. We had many people come forward, and we prayed for them. We were also asked to give a word and a prophetic word to one person in the audience, and we each were able to give those words to someone that God laid on our heart. And that was also a great experience as well, because you never know if what you're saying is what God wants to say, but you speak it and you say it anyway, and then you find out later it was exactly what they needed and what they God was speaking into their heart.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that something? How low, just us, just common people, can hear God and give that to somebody else.
Yes, that's exciting. I've had that happen with me, and people speaking into me. Even Pastor Jeff has spoken into me during our time of schooling, and it changes you. It changes you and makes you realize that we serve an awesome God who loves us deeply.
Okay, so we're going to Penang, and we're going to minister there over the weekend. What are you taking home with you? What are you taking home in your, with this experience?
Oh, what am I taking home? I'm taking home something that, the fact that I was able to step out and do more than what I expected that I was possible to do, but I did it with Jesus, and I can speak this to my children, speak this over my children. I can show them that they also can experience these same things, and I can speak it into my friends as well.
So you're telling me that if you can do it, they can do it.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That's something. That's what a testimony does. It raises us up to the level of faith. When we hear someone speaking, like your sister here, Carol, you may be wanting to do a trip with your local group, or if your church does that, or wherever you are, and you say, well, I can't do it because I can't, I'm not a big preacher, I don't know how to prophesy, I don't know how to lay hands on the sick. Well, this is good training ground. There's something about going to the foreign nations because of the hunger, and that's what you're responding to, isn't it? The
Right.
hunger.
Right.
And when people are hungry, it just draws it out of you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's
yeah.
something.
And you don't realize that you're able to do that. You're able to express those things that God is giving to them.
So what you're going to do, I'm going to turn around here a little bit and let the people know we're standing in the middle of a huge city and all the buildings behind.
Yeah.
When Pastor Jeff and the Supernatural School teachers were laying these things out for you, and especially with the training of seeing in the Spirit, just that screen you mentioned a minute ago, that just visualize and imagine a white screen, and then let God put color and pictures and images.
Right.
And then you take that and speak out of it. God gives you a direction. It sounds too simple to be true, but that's just, Jesus said even a little kid can figure this out.
Right.
And understand it. Well, bless you for that. It's been a pleasure to be on the trip with you and feel your strength and your faith flowing with us. So we've got some more miles to go before we sleep, in a sense. And so today we're going to jump into ministry tonight, jump on the plane tomorrow, and off we go for some more adventure. So stay tuned. I'll drop some more videos of the other team members as I can catch them, because they're kind of on the fly right now. All right. Say goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bless you.